Hi there. If your child has cerebral palsy, one of the most important questions that we need to answer in a birth injury case is, did the doctors and nurses wait too long to act? Here's how we prove that. Cerebral palsy comes from brain damage. Brain damage comes from a lack of oxygen during labor and delivery. So we have to prove that there was oxygen being deprived at the time of labor and delivery. How do we do that? We look to the fetal heart monitoring strips first. That's the monitoring that shows the measurements for the uterine contractions and the fetal heartbeats. Once we get that, we can understand a little bit more as to when exactly oxygen began to be deprived and what did the nurses and doctors actually do about it. Then we build the timeline. That timeline starts from the date of the injury itself and goes backwards and tracks back to all of the times that oxygen was deprived and what the nurses and doctors actually did to intervene in order to alleviate that oxygen deprivation. In other words, what did they do to make the oxygen get to the baby a lot quicker and easier during labor and delivery? Once we figure all of that out, we use various other records, such as the NICU records or even radiology, to determine whether or not the doctors and nurses waited too long and that was the cause of your child's cerebral palsy. If you have more questions about a birth injury lawsuit relating to cerebral palsy and how to prove it, I'd be more than happy to chat with you about it as a birth injury lawyer. My name is Adam Funk, and you can schedule a call with me by either texting, emailing, or calling us, and we'll get something on the books.